एक मिनट रुक, मैं तेरे को बताती हूँ क्या, मैं क्या कहने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ।
देखिए ऐसे Stop sharing for me.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? This is Lakshmaya from CDOT.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. You're audible.
Okay. Thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. With the blessings of His Holiness Jagat Guru Shri Shivaratri Deshkendra Mahaswami Ji, I take the privilege to welcome respected Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. H.R. Mahadev Swami, Sir, respected Principal Dr. B. Manoj Kumar, Sir, respected Registrar Madam, respected CAO, Sir, and AO, Sir, esteemed Summit Chairperson Dr. Jagdish Arya, Sir, respected Convener Dr. Chaya Dalela Ma'am, distinguished guests, eminent speakers from academia, industry, and government organizations, esteemed faculty members, and beloved students. A very warm and cordial welcome to each one of you. On behalf of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, JSS University, Noida, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the one-day summit on JSS Terahertz Horizon 2026, exploring the next frontier of ultra-fast communication with the theme Terahertz Communication Shaping the Future of 6G, Defense and Beyond. I hope today's summit inspires innovative thinking, encourages meaningful discussions, and opens new avenues for research collaborations. Let us begin this auspicious event by invoking the blessings of Almighty. So with that, with lamp lighting ceremony, symbolizing the removal of darkness and pursuit of knowledge.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदा जाड्यान्धकारापहा हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधति सर्वेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्
Thank you, everyone. So it is now my privilege to invite Dr. Amit Kumar Ahuja, Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, one and all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you, Dr. Archer. With the divine blessing of His Holiness, Jagat Guru, Shri Shivaratri Deshikendra Mahaswamiji, I, Dr. Amit Kumar Ahuja, Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, consider it a great privilege and honor to extend a warm welcome to all the distinguished dignitaries, eminent speakers, faculty members, researchers, students, industry professionals, and participants who are gathered from across the various parts of India for today's one-day online summit on JSS Terahertz Horizon 2026, exploring the next frontier of ultra-fast communication. The theme of today's summit is Terahertz communication, shaping the future of 6G, defense, and beyond. It is my privilege to extend a heartfelt welcome to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. H.R. Mahadeva Swamiji, our Acting Vice Chancellor, Dr. Manoj Kumar B., our distinguished keynote speakers and resource persons, Registrar, Dr. Mamta T.G., Finance Officer, Shri N.S. Manoj Kumar, Controller of Examination, Dr. S.S. Shirur, the Summit Chair, Dr. R.S. Jagdish, all the deans, head of the departments, coordinators, and team of faculty members, researchers, industry experts, and our esteemed participants who have joined from different parts of India and abroad. Your gracious presence has greatly enriched this summit, and we are delighted to welcome each one of you. Today, the world is entering into a new era of 6G terahertz communication that is emerging as one of the most transformative frontier in communication engineering, with a frequency ranging from 100 gigahertz to 10 terahertz. Terahertz communication promises unprecedented data rates, ultra-low latency, massive connectivity, and intelligent network capabilities. These technologies are expected to revolutionize applications such as extended reality, holographic communication, autonomous transportation, smart communication, smart healthcare, satellite and space communication, high-speed wireless backhaul, and next-generation sensing and image systems. Recognizing the strategic importance of this emerging technology, the Government of India has launched several visionary initiatives, including the Bharat 6G Vision, aimed at positioning India as a global leader in next-generation communication technology by 2030. Academic institutions, research laboratories, startups, and industries are actively collaborating to develop indigenous technologies, promote innovation, and build a highly skilled workforce. that is capable of contributing to a global communication ecosystem. This summit has been organized to bring together academicians, researchers, scientists, industry experts, policymakers, and students to discuss the latest development in terahertz communication, HD technology, advanced antennas, intelligent wireless network, AI in communication, spectrum technology, and future communication systems. The main goal of this summit is to encourage learning, research, innovation, and strong collaboration between academia and industry. I encourage all the participants to make the best use of this opportunity by attending all the technical sessions, interacting with experts, asking questions, and sharing their ideas. I'm sure that today's discussion will help everyone gain valuable knowledge about the future of terahertz technology and next generation communication systems. Once again, I warmly welcome all the distinguished speakers, guests, participants. I wish JSS Terahertz Horizon 2026 exploring the next frontier of ultra-fast communication is going to be a great success. Thank you once again. Thank you to all. Have a wonderful and productive day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for extending such a warm welcome and for emphasizing the importance of emerging communication technologies. Thank you, sir. It is now my great privilege to invite the convener of today's summit, Dr. Chaya Dalela, Associate Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, JSS University, Noida. Please welcome, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Achal. Namaskar and good morning to you all. With the divine blessings of His Holiness Jagadguru Shri Shivratri Deskindra Mahaswamiji, respected Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir Dr. H.R. Mahadev Swami in absentia, respected Dr. B. Manoj Kumar Sir, Professor and Dean Academics in absentia, respected Registrar Madam Dr. T.G. Mamta, CEO Sir, AO Sir, esteemed Chairperson Summit Dr. Jagdish R.S., today's chief guest, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, distinguished alumni, Mr. Shashi Shekhar Pandey, Director PR, National Communication Academy Technology, Ghaziabad, esteemed speakers from DOT, C.DOT, IIT Roorkee, Qualcomm, SMU, panelists, faculty members, researchers, industry experts, students, and participants from India and abroad. Good morning, everyone. It's given me a great pleasure to address you all in inaugural ceremony of the one-day online summit on JSS Terahertz Horizons 2026, exploring the next frontier of ultra-fast communication, organized by Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. The Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering is always committed to promoting innovation, research, and interaction with industry on emerging technologies. Let's focus on the today's summit topic. The terahertz range, its spectrum is from 0.1 to 10 terahertz, is widely regarded as a key enabler of beyond 5G and 6G wireless communication due to its ability to support extremely high data rates and new sensing capabilities. Its key features are ultra high data rates, massive network capacity, ultra low latency, integrated communication and sensing, high precision localization, support for AI driven networks, extra. Many key challenges are also having, like high free space, path loss, atmospheric absorption, limited transmission range, efficient terahertz transceiver and antenna design, spectrum regulation, and global standardization. Further, 6G or sixth generation wireless technology is a successor of 5G and promises ultra high data speeds up to 1 terabits per second, ultra-low latency, and AI-integrated networks capable of intelligent data management and decision-making. It will operate on terahertz frequencies, enabling massive data transfer with minimal delay, supporting applications like remote surgeries, smart robotics, real-time gaming, holographic communications, and immersive virtual experiences. 6G networks will also feature massive MIMO, network slicing, and enhanced security protocols to handle billions of connected devices efficiently. Now, India is actively developing 6G technology with a vision to achieve ultra-fast, intelligent, and ubiquitous connectivity by 2030. The Bharat 6G vision outlines India's strategy to become a global leader in 6G technology by 2030. The vision emphasizes affordability, sustainability, ubiquitous connectivity, indigenous innovation and R&D, integration with AI, digital inclusion, and energy efficient network. The government has already funded two 6G test beds, approved over 100 research proposals, and established 100 5G labs across academic institutions to foster innovation and build a skilled workforce. India's 6G strategy combines advanced technology, AI integration, and global collaboration to position the country as a telecom innovation hub. With a target deployment by 2030, 6G is expected to revolutionize connectivity, enhance socio-economic, and enable futuristic applications across healthcare, education, industry, and smart infrastructure. Thus, this summit aims to deliberate on the latest technology in the terahertz communication, terahertz significance in 6G and beyond wireless networks, India's 6G mission, and future opportunities from eminent academicians, industry leaders, researchers, and professionals. Throughout the day, we'll have an exciting lineup of expert talks, technical sessions, panel discussions, and interactive discussions delivered by renowned academicians, scientists, and industry professionals. Their experiences and insights will help us better understanding the challenges, opportunities, and future directions of next generation communication technologies. I encourage all the participants to
हेलो
actively engage in the sessions, ask
एक
questions,
सेकंड
exchange
ये भी चल
ideas,
रही है
and
ना
make the most
क्यों
of
नहीं
this learning opportunity. I wish you all a highly informative, fruitful sessions and successful summit. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished speakers, department organizing committee, faculty members, researchers, industry experts, students, and all participants for making this summit possible. With this, I conclude my talk. I hope with expert talk, technical sessions, panel discussions, and interactive discussions scheduled throughout the day will provide valuable insights to students, faculty members, and all. Thank you, and let's begin today's summit with enthusiasm and a shared vision for the future of wireless communication. Thanks to you all once again. Over to you, Dr. Achal. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving us a comprehensive overview of today's summit. Thank you, ma'am. We now move on to the inaugural technical session of the summit. So it is my privilege to invite Dr. Chand Shankar, Associate Professor, JSS University, to introduce our esteemed chief guest for today's inaugural session. Sir, kindly come forward and introduce our chief guest to the audience.
Thank you, Achal. Good morning, everyone. So today, our chief of guest and speaker, Mr. S.S. Pandey, is a proud alumnus of JSS and accomplished ITS officer and a distinguished professor with extensive experience across telecommunication, space technology, national security, and policy research. His career reflects a rare blend of technical expertise, strategic vision, and policy leadership, making him a key contributor to India's digital communication ecosystem. His current role is in a department of telecommunication, where he leading initiative in telecom policies, research, emerging technologies, cybersecurity, quantum communication, capacity building, and institutional collaboration. He has been instrumental in working strategic partner with premier national and international academic and industry institutions, advancing NCAT's role as National Center of Excellence in Telecom domain. Previously, he worked in the Cabinet Secretary, managed highly sensitive electronic communication and technical intelligence system, strengthening secure communication and enhancing India's strategic intelligence capability. Prior to that, he also worked in the ISRO from 2009 to 2013, where he played a pivotal role in telemetry tracking and command operation for Indian remote sensing satellite, contributed to landmark missions such as Chandrayaan and Mangalyaan, supporting satellite communication, launch vehicle, and mission system that showcase India's global technological excellence. I welcome Mr. Sasi Sekhar ji. His today topic of presentation is terahertz spectrum and 6G vision, opportunities and challenges. I hand over to Sasi Sekhar ji. Welcome, Sasi Sekhar ji. Please go on. Thank you.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for giving me this pleasure. So, good morning, respected sir, VC sir, distinguished faculty members, my fellow speakers, dear students and friends joining online today. So today it's really a privilege for me to present in front of you people to discuss a technology that may shape India's future. So today it's a really very special day for me. I'm happy to see that a lot of young students are sitting over here, and it really reminds me my college days when there was probably an era of 2G and cell phones were primarily used for SMS and calling purposes. But later on, when I joined ISRO, it was like 3G started, and we were able to use browsing and Google Map, etc., through our cell phones. Subsequently, when I came to Department of Telecom, it was on 14-15 when 4G came, and the real transformation happens because the high-speed data was in our hand, and live streaming, video calling, etc., became the integral part of our life. So I want to make it an interactive session, so I hope it be good for all. So let me begin with a simple question. So how many of us have used your cell phone in the last 1 hour? Am I audible?
Everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I make an answer in this tab as well. So how many of you have your cell phone in the last 1 hour? Or okay, how many have you done any transaction through UPI in the last 1 day? Okay, I'm not receiving any answers. Still, I believe almost
Many of persons have raised their hands.
yeah.
Many of participants have raised their hands
So
or thumbs up.
it comes like think about it that now how every WhatsApp call is getting matured, how these messages are getting transformed. So even this online conference, how this getting happened today. So today, if we see how this invisible telecom network is evolving, and how it has become so pervasive in our lives. So the telecom network has become a very integral part of our life, and it has completely transformed the human social behavior. And from 4G, as I mentioned, now we are living in the era of 5G, and now we are even shifting toward the 6G paradigm. So 20 years ago, our mobile phone were mainly used for making calls, as I remember. But now, if you see, our mobile phone has become like your bank wallet, your camera, your classroom. Even you have several apps for like Swiggy, Zomato, telemedicine, and whatnot. So somehow, if you see, your mobile has transformed into your basic necessity, and it is meeting a lot of your social requirements. But if we talk about 6G, so what will 6G bring to us? What changes it will have in our life? So in a layman terms, or for a better understanding, I can say 6G will empower us with an intelligence, uh, and that intelligence will provide us an intelligent assistance. So with the advancement of 6G, we will be having an intelligent assistant with us, and probably that is the vision of Bharat 6G as well. So let's connect. We are using UPI nowadays. We are using a lot of government e-services, a lot of apps like DigiLocker, Aadhaar, etc. So this all depends upon communication. But now imagine if all these becomes intelligent. So how things will transform? Intelligence means they are acquiring your data, they are acquiring the ecosystems around you data, and they know your behavior, and accordingly they are suggesting you, they are guiding you. So this is what 6G will do. So let's talk about now. If you allow, I will talk about evolution of our telecom technologies. So initially we have 1G. It was an analog system where we were only having the calling facility. When it came 2G, where SMS became the one more integral part, and we started sending Happy Holi, Happy Diwali, like this short SMS facility. Then 3G era came, where internet cafes start disappearing, and our cell phone become our kind of cyber cafe, and we started browsing through had a handset. And with the advent of 4G era, the data and the video streaming, with the advent of high-speed data, the video streaming, video conferencing, even a number of data intensive activities become a part and parcel of our life. As you are watching, now we have a number of apps and other services. And with 5G, the ecosystem becomes smart, because now with the high speed data, with the high precision, with the low reliability ecosystem, we started integrating these things for smart decision making. So we come up with a smart factory, smart telemedicine, even e-services, etc. But if we talk about 6G, so 6G is all about we are making AI an integral part of the network. So with this, it becomes an intelligent system. So in this regard, if I have to say what 6G is expected to, so 6G is like, it is not just connecting, but it connects, it understands us, then it predicts, and consequently it assists. So for example, Google Map. So today what happens, if we see traffic over the Google Map, a lot of users report it, like there is some congestion on the path, and there is an manual team who is accordingly guiding you. But tomorrow, where your network itself is having intelligence, so it will predict the congestion, and it will give you a right optimized path for routing. So this is how like the 6G will come. So I believe I have given a rough idea what actually 6G is bring, what actual changes 6G will bring in our life. So if it is okay, I may go ahead with my presentation. I have prepared a small presentation which is majorly covering the Bharat 6G vision and all the pillars. So I would get a note from Chaya ma'am. Ma'am, is it okay? Shall I go ahead?
Yes, sir. Sir, please.
Okay. So let me check whether my presentation is visible to you or not.
Presentation is not coming.
Visible, ma'am?
No.
Okay. Let me check. Yeah. Is it visible now, ma'am?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
The screen is completely visible, or that below notes are also visible? Like,
Screen is visible.
Entire screen, I think it is visible.
Yeah.
Now it is in the PPT board.
okay. So let's start with the 6G vision. So the 6G vision is mainly, like, if you see, it is designed, it talks about design, develop and deploy 6G network technologies that provide ubiquitous, intelligent and secure connectivity for high quality living experience for the world. So, okay, I would try to speak in a layman language so that students can better understand. So if you see in our 6G vision, there are two components. First is domestic transformation, how the domestic ecosystem is going to get transformed. And another one is the global leadership, which is envisaged under the 6G vision. So under domestic transformation, it is assumed, or it is thought of, that it will bridge the digital divide, which is actually prevalent in India in the rural and urban areas. So it has been emphasized that it will bridge the digital divide. It will provide alternatives to mass urbanization and enabling high-speed e-services for rural clusters, which are not actually not able to get these services, and to overcome the tyranny of distance. So if you see that the far-flung areas, let it be Andaman, Nicobar, Lakshadweep, they are not getting the services what we are getting in Delhi. So those tyranny of distances will be taken care in the 6G vision. And if you talk about the global leadership, so it is also envisaged that transitioning India into a net technology provider. So we'll not just remain a consumer of the technology, but we will be technology provider, intellectual property creators. A lot of intellectual properties are envisaged that will be created, and leading global suppliers of advanced telecom solutions. So fulfilling the mission of Atmanirbhar Bharat. So that is what has been envisaged in this 6G vision. So let's give a small comparison what we are living today, that is the 5G era, and what we are going to see in the 6G paradigm shift. So it is not just connectivity, it is not just high speed internet, but it is beyond connectivity to cognitive infrastructure. So if you see in the 5G baseline, what these are some technical terms. I hope it will not bore most of the audience. So it talks about a speed which is around 10,000 Mbps in 5G, whereas in 6G we have thought of up to 1 Tbps with sub millisecond ultra low latency. And spectrum utilization, if you see, so the 5G baseline is using sub 6 gigahertz and millimeter wavelength, whereas in 6G we have thought of expansion into the terahertz and sub terahertz bands as well for achieving unprecedented high speed and unprecedented bandwidth. Uh, Regarding network topology, so in 5G we are mainly or primarily focusing on the terrestrial network, but in 6G we have thought of integration of terrestrial to the non-terrestrial network, which will encompass like satellite or high altitude platform, etc., so that we can get a 3D coverage. Right, in the device ecosystem, if we talk about, so smartphone and IoTs are prevalent today in the 5G network, but in the 6G paradigm, it has been thought of that we'll be having multi-sensory fusion, battery-less energy harvesting nodes, and personal tactical internets will be a reality. And as far as intelligence is concerned, so we have a cloud-based AI system in 5G, whereas in 6G we have integrated AI and ML directly on the air interface. So distributed intelligence will be there. So these are the major differences which makes 6G a paradigm shift and makes it way better from 5G. So if we talk about the Bharat ecosystem, the 6 pillars of 6G engine. So am I audible to all? Audience? Any thumbs
Yes,
up?
Yes,
you are
sir, you
audible.
are audible. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So the Bharat ecosystem, if we talk about, so there are 6 pillars of the 6G ecosystem. As the diagram depicts, so at the center there is an R&D finance, which talks about is any query? Am I audible?
Yes, please carry on.
Yeah, okay. So this slide represents the Bharat ecosystem 6G pillar of 6G engines. So illustrating the key components required to build a strong 6G ecosystem in India. So if you see that R&D finance is at the center because funding supports and connects all the other pillars, and the ecosystem is quite interconnected. That, at one hand, where R&D finance provides funding, the multi-platform network, which has like dense optical network, which will work as a backhaul, and user-defined virtualized air interface that will build the communication interface. If we talk about the spectrum, it supplies the wireless frequencies, and it has, as we mentioned, we will be using terahertz and sub-terahertz band for along with the multi-millimeter waves for, and also we'll be having spectrum sandbox, which will be used for spectrum testing facilities. And the devices enables users and industries to access 6G services. Regarding innovative solutions, so they creates a valuable application across sectors. And as far as standards are concerned, so it ensures compatibility and global adoption. So together, these pillars form a complete ecosystem for developing, deploying, and commercializing 6G technologies. So the major takeaway from this slide is that India's vision for 6G extends beyond faster internet. So it is not just about speed or not just about latency, but it actually aims to build a comprehensive ecosystem where strong research funding drives innovation and advanced network infrastructure supports next generation connectivity, appropriate spectrum is made available, and indigenous hardware and devices are deployed so that India can work as a market for the rest of the world. Innovation applications addresses societal and industrial needs, and contribution to global standard position India as a leader in the international 6G landscape. So here we thought of that India will not remain a consumer of technology, but as meeting the vision of our respected PM sir, it will emphasize the Atmanirbhar Bharat and make India as a provider of 6G technology, let it be in the forms of intellectual property rights or in the hardware side. So in one statement, I can say the slide highlights that India's 6G success majorly depends on the coordinated development of funding, networks, spectrum, devices, innovation, and global standards, with R&D financing serving as a central enabler. So this is what this slide has, and this is, I believe, this is the core of this Bharat ecosystem. So now moving towards the core concept, now I'm going to brief about the Bharat 6G mission. So it has a roadmap to 2030 commercialization. So in this roadmap, if you see, so it has been divided in two phases. So first phase is 2023 to 2025, wherein ideation and risk pathways has been defined. So the main focus is on basic research and innovation. And here the emphasis is on exploring new and high-risk 6G technologies, developing proof of concepts, prototypes, and generate intellectual properties through patents and research. This is the purpose of phase one. Whereas phase two, which is 2025 to 2030, so it is more inclined towards commercialization and global reach, wherein it has been emphasized that all the patent and proof of concept prototypes which has been developed, so to convert those research and IPs into commercial products and services and deploy 6G technologies on a large scale, so that it may contribute India's innovation to global 6G standards. And vis-a-vis, it will expand India's presence in the international 6G market. So the major objective of this roadmap is to make India a global leader in 6G technology and infrastructure domain. In this regard, a catalyst fund of 10,000 crore has been envisaged, and which for the over 10 years to support industry, academia to accelerate 6G research and commercialization. So thus, the ultimate outcome by 2-3, which India aims to, is support the this vision of making India Atmanirbhar Bharat in 6G technology. So I hope all are comfortable. I just need a note so that I can
Very much.
move
Very
forward.
much. It's very good.
Thank you, ma'am. So now moving towards the global standardization roadmap. So this slide depicts about the global standardization roadmap. So here it has been mentioned that in 2023, the first component where ITU radio IMT 2030 vision has been defined. So the vision established the initial framework for 6G by defining the overall vision and 6 representative use cases. So this completes the first stage of standardization. So actually what happens in the global standardization roadmap? So ITU-R convenes its meeting on regular basis, and as per their agenda, they define certain things. And once a standardization roadmap is completed, then they move towards the next phase. So in the first phase, we have logged the 6 representative use cases and the complete framework of 6G. In the second phase, we that is from 2025 to 2029. So the focus shifts from 3GPP technology research. So during this period, researchers and industries develop technical solutions, technical specification, evaluate even n number of candidate technologies will come. So those candidate technologies will be evaluated and submit proposals that will shape the future 6G standards. And finally, in 2030, where the global commercialization will happen, so the ITU-R makes the final decision and releases the unified global 6G standard. So that standard will be unified and it will be globally working, so enabling worldwide commercialization and deployment of 6G technologies. So in summary, this roadmap shows the procession from defining the vision, which we have defined in 2023, to developing technical standard, which is the phase 2, that is 2025 to 2029, and finally to achieve global commercialization of 6G by 2030. So since we are in the second phase, and it is the phase where like a lot of technological research is required, a lot of patents will be filed, so that the candidate technologies may be a lot of candidate technology will come, and which has to be finalized for final global 6G standard. So this is the time where academicians role comes, and they have to infuse this thing that students should come out with their technologies, and they should we as an India should receive a lot of patents in this domain. I hope this slide is clear. I would try to move slowly so that there should be a bit of clarity, because I find it a bit difficult for for students. I believe I would have been at student phase, so I may have got bored. So I want to make it simpler. Okay, let's move toward the next slide, which talks about ITU-R IMT 2030 framework, and which actually defines the vision. So the if you see the picture, so this presentation, this slide illustrates the ITU-R IMT 2030 framework, and which defines the vision and key capabilities, that the 6 capabilities which we have defined, that it has been logged, and which are expected around 2030. So at the center, if we see, there is IMT 2020. So IMT 2020 is nothing but IMT 2020 is nothing but another name of 5G. So it shows that there is an evolution from 5G to 6G. In 5G, at the center, that IMT 2020 is sitting, it represents by its core 3 services. First is EMBB. If you see at the triangle at the top, we have EMBB, that stands for Enhanced Mobile Broadband Services. So it majorly talks about very high-speed data services, which we are actually having today. And then at the bottom, we may see that MMTC is there, that stands for Massive Machine Type Communication. So this massive machine type communication talks about connectivity for billions of IoT devices, which is making our ecosystem smarter. So the smart cities, smart factories, these concepts are achieved because of this MMTC capability of 5G. And the last is this URLLC, ultra reliable low latency communication. So this ultra reliable means the reliability factor is very high, and low latency means the gap is very least. So it gives a feel that we are having a real-time communication. So for mission critical applications, this mission critical application requires a most reliable and a low latency communication. So these applications are mainly meant for mission critical capabilities. Now, if we talk about IMT 2030, that is 6G. So 6G has you see the outer picture. So in the outer hexagon, we have 6 nodes. So starting from the top node, which is hyper reliable and low latency communication. So it talks about here reliability from ultra reliable, we have moved to the hyper reliable. So we can say we will be having a near zero latency and extremely reliable communication for autonomous systems, even for remote surgeries and industrial automation. So these kind of hyper reliable and low latency communications may be vital for like driverless cars and all, you know, like distance operation surgery. So these kind of applications may be used on those areas. Now there another node which talks about massive communication. So massive communication is an extended form of the massive machine type communication in the 5G ecosystem, where earlier we were able to support billions of IoT devices, but here there is a support of trillions of connected devices in smart cities and IoT ecosystem. So basically, it is enhancing the capability of that massive machine type of communication, which was already available in the 5G ecosystem. Now, the third node talks about integrated sensing and communication. So this is a new feature which has been added or which has been envisaged in the 6G ecosystem. So here the networks that simultaneously communicates and sense the environment for applications such as autonomous vehicles and digital twins. So I will give us extra time here to explain that what actually is integrated sensing and communication and how it is how it is a new feature. So here what will happen, our G Node Bs will not be just communicating to the user devices, user equipment for transferring data, but that G Node B will also work as a radar and it will sense the object around its environment. So it will not just communicate, but it will also sense, which was not a feature available in 5G. So integrated sensing and communication is a new dimension in 6G. Now the next is AI and communication. So the native integration of AI for autonomous network optimization and intelligence services has been envisaged. So here AI will be the integral part of the ecosystem, integral part of the network. So here at the physical layer, at the MAC layer, the AI enabled ecosystems will be there. So the network itself will learn from its activities and it will not just learn, but it will optimize it and it will guide it. So here, in 5G, we used to do these things manually or from the other outside applications, but here it will be a native feature of the network itself. Then the another node talks about ubiquitous connectivity. So ubiquitous connectivity is like seamless connectivity across terrestrial, satellite, aerial, and maritime networks, ensuring coverage everywhere. Whereas in 5G, we have only 2G coverage. Like we do not have sufficient integration with like non-terrestrial network, that is satellite, aerial, and other maritime networks. Whereas in 6G, we will be having that terrestrial to non-terrestrial network integration, which will strengthen and give us a real 3G kind of network capabilities. And the last note talks about immersive communication. So immersive communication, wherein it will have support for holographic communication, even extended reality, metaverse, and multi-sensory experiences will be a reality. So if you see in the outer ring, so there are some four principles are mentioned. So these are the guiding principles of IMT 2030. So if you see that first principle talks about sustainability. So sustainability means we will be focusing towards the energy efficient and environmental friendly networks. Whereas another is connecting the unconnected. So bridging the digital divide with universal access, which is the like this is the guiding principle, and the security and resilience. So security becomes one of the must and guiding principle for 2030 ecosystem, the framework. And here we will be having a secure, trustworthy, and robust communication infrastructure and ubiquitous intelligence. So here we will be having an AI-driven intelligent network and services. So the IMT 2030 framework envisages 6G as more than a faster version of 5G. So it aims to create an AI native, sensing enabled, highly reliable, globally connected, secure, and sustainable communication ecosystem. So I hope it's clear to all. May I get a note from the audience?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the 6 use case scenarios. So the as I have illustrated now with a slide, I am going to convey you. First is immersive communication. So pushing the EMBB to enable photorealistic interactions, video and zero nausea extended reality, drive mobile holography and multisensory interfaces. So these are just like these slides just explain what I have conveyed. So since I have constraint of time, so I'll be moving faster. So the second is the hyper reliable and low latency communication. So pushing URLLC to achieve microsecond level jitter enablers, deterministic industrial robotic and remote surgery will become a reality. Then the massive communication, so pushing MMTC to connect hyper dense sensor grids, supports massive IoT network for smart cities and wide area industrial monitoring. The another one is ubiquitous connectivity, as I mentioned, bridging the digital divide via space, air, ground integration. So here in ubiquitous connectivity, the space, air, and ground will get integrated, which is not not the reality in today's world. Then AI and communication. So a network acting as a distributed computing substrate. It enables native federated learning. The network itself will learn from the existing data. Autonomous AI workloads and collaborative edge intelligence will strengthen the network capacity and network strength. And then integrating sensing and communication. So radio waves act as a radar to map physical spaces without dedicated hardware. So enabling high precision positioning, target tracking, and environmental perception. So these were the major pillars of 6G. So if we see KPIs, so and compare from 5G to 6G, so if we see this peak data rate, so in 5G baseline, we have thought of the 20 Gbps will be the peak data rate, whereas in 6G, the target is of achieving 1 Tbps. If we talk about air interface latency, so it's a 1 millisecond, around 10 millisecond is achieved, and this envisaged in 6G that will be achieving up to 100 microseconds level of latency. Then connection density, if you see, so 10 to the power 6 devices per square kilometer is the 5G baseline, whereas in 6G, 10 to the power 7 devices per square kilometer has been envisaged. And area traffic capacity, like this is a new parameter wherein it has been thought of like in 10 MB, 10 megabit per second per square meter area will be the traffic capacity, so that there should be an equitable distribution of traffic across the area. Whereas in 6G, it has been thought of that we'll be having a 1 Gbps per square meter of this area traffic capacity. The positioning accuracy in 10 centimeter in 2D, because it is primarily a 2G network proliferation, whereas in 6G, there will be a 1 centimeter in 3G ecosystem, which is integrating space, ground to a single ecosystem. And the energy efficiency, so is a baseline energy efficiency, whereas it has been thought of that 1 picojoule per bit will be the energy efficiency parameter for this 6G. So the achieving this architecture. So moving to AI native design. So I hope I have a time. May I get a note from Jaya ma'am? Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
Sachin, you have the time up to 10:35 you can cover.
35, 15 minutes. Okay, ma'am. Fine.
Yes,
I will
yes,
wind
yes.
up. I will wind up by
Thank
that
you.
time.
Thank
So,
you.
okay. So let's about the architecture. Moving to AI native design. So what is basically this AI native design? So in 6G, AI is not an external optimization tool. It is scheduled. It is embedded into the physical layer, as I mentioned, for beamforming, the MAC layer for predictive scheduling, and the core network for autonomous self-healing. So this figure illustrates the evolution of mobile technology architecture from conventional network to AI native 6G network. So if you see, initially we have the conventional network. So conventional network were having a based on fixed algorithm and predefined rules. So that was the working and the conventional networks. For that, we need extra resources outside inputs are required to optimize the network. Then we move towards the AI assisted operations. So in AI assisted operation, like AI is used to assist specific network management tasks, such as a fault detection, like we can detect a fault, traffic prediction, and resource allocation. So these were the AI assisted operations. But when we talk about AI integrated modules, so AI modules are embedded into different network functions. So they optimize network performance in areas such as scheduling, or let it be beamforming and even resource management, like what all resources should be allocated to what user as per their defined policies, or as per their plan, what plan you are using, or as per their priority. And the 6G, which talks about AI native architecture and network. So here AI is built into the network architecture from the design stage itself. So network becomes here self-learning. Since it has AI, so it will keep on learning with the data which the network will process, and then it will self-optimize. Even it has the capability of self-healing and autonomous. It will up to a great extent, it will be an autonomous, and it will function in an autonomous manner. So AI connectivity continuity adopts sorry AI continuously adopts the network based on the changing traffic, user requirements, and environmental conditions. So AI across the 6G stack. So in 6G, if you see, the AI is embedded across multiple layers, right? In physical layer, intelligent beamforming. In MAC layer, AI-driven predictive scheduling and resource allocation will be done. In core network, autonomous network management, fault recovery, and self-healing. So thus, this 6G, in case of 6G, this AI native architecture and network enables fully autonomous, intelligent, adaptive, and highly efficient communication network. So capable of meeting future connectivity demands. I hope I was able to convey this moving from what actually this AI native design. So now let me brief about this integrated sensing and communication, which is a new component in 6G. So it is also called as 6th sense. Why it is a 6th sense? What actual feature it is having? So if you see here, so this integrated sensing and communication means now in 6G are towers, which like in 5G we call it as G node B. So the towers will not be just communicating with our mobile devices, which are called as UEs, for data transmit purpose, which the two-way duplex mode communication what we are having, but it will work as a radar as well. So at the same time, like it's transferring the data, and similarly, it is also sensing as a radar and learning from the environment what actually the environment is, and as per the environment, it native AI will do the intelligent work. So which I have mentioned how it is becoming an intelligent ecosystem. So the dual purpose waveform here, like a single 6G signal simultaneously performs high speed data communication, that is terabytes of per second data transfer to smartphones will happen, whereas it will also sense environment. So environmental perception, it will like environmental perception can also be created by a task. So the network can detect the position, it can detect the shape of the object, whether it's a car, it's a mobile, or it's a human, or what. And it will detect, it will also have the information, the distance of the distance, like how far it is, the object is how far, and speed, whether it is moving or it's stationary, etc. So even with a centimeter levels of accuracy without requiring separate sensing hardware. So this 6th sense is actually transforming the whole 6G ecosystem. And the major applications which we envisage with the advent of this 6th sense ISAC is autonomous and connected vehicles, smart transportable system, indigenous industrial automation and robotics, drone navigation, smart cities, indoor positioning and tracking, digital twin, and immersive extended reality application. So this is the major, I believe, the major changeover. Now, if you see the spectrum frontier, so if you talk about the spectrum, how these requirements will be taken care and how this will be completed. So here, if you see, to achieve terabit per second speed, 6G will explore the sub terahertz spectrum between 100 to 300 gigahertz. So in 5G, we were using this millimeter wave and sub 6 gigahertz band, which is in the first and second half. But in the third half, that is sub terahertz segment, which has been envisaged to be used in 6G. So while these high frequency bands offer vast bandwidth, they also bring harsh signal propagation challenges, which I will cover in later slides. This in 6G will be having a non-terrestrial network and the universal global connectivity. So here, as the slide depicts, there will be an integration of this BTS along with the this high altitude platforms along with the LEO satellite. This integration will work and provide us ubiquitous connectivity in 3G form. The opportunities, immersive communication, and mobile holography, which I have already covered. So moving ahead, I'm seeing in the form of opportunities, we'll be having Industry 4.0 revolution. Robotics will be real life phenomena and deterministic latency, because we have a real time orchestration here. So in the real time orchestration, as the figure depicts, like machines are working, and by the drones we can watch it, and overall the whole ecosystem will bring a Industry 4.0 kind of revolution. Even digital twins will be a reality, and here the physical world can be mapped into a digital world, which will be a digital twin of that physical phenomena, and a lot of testings can be conducted, a lot of simulation can be done, and the impact of those simulation can be figured out. Example, like we often we see there there a lot of like disaster happens, right? So with the digital twin we can create an ecosystem, and we can we can do the assessment, impact assessment, and accordingly we may prepare for handling any real life challenges or calamity. Now, social impact, inclusion, and education. So bridging the digital divide. So non-terrestrial network dissolves the economic barriers of traditional fiber optics, bringing broadband to rural and developing regions. So in the healthcare, let it be healthcare sector or education sector, or even this zero energy IoT device system. So uh, a lot of changes will come. So if you talk about the challenges, so challenges is like really a lot of challenges are also there, and every technology comes with a lot of challenges. So the first challenge, which as has been depicted in this figure, like here the major technical challenge in 6G is the signal propagation at sub terahertz and terahertz frequencies. While these frequencies at one hand provides an ultra high data rate, but they suffer from severe propagation losses and are easily blocked by obstacles such as building. So high path loss and blockages are the like challenges. So we have solutions as well. So reconfigurable intelligent surface is a solution which has been proposed. So for a layman's understanding, like it's like something like that. If your room is not getting a sunlight, so you can use a reflector, a mirror, and with the mirror you can reflect the light, and you can get light in your room. Similarly, this reconfigurable intelligent surface RIS antenna will reflect
तीनों ही तो लोग हैं, कहाँ से आ जाएंगे? तो बेटे देने की जरूरत है.
hello.
Please mute yourself. All participants are requested to please mute yourself.
Another challenge is energy efficiency and green network. So as we talk about the complexity of the system, so once this a lot of devices, this complex ecosystem will embedded on the hardware. So if we see like if we go with the 5G legacy network, so it actually requires a lot of energy, and that will create a lot of carbon footprints as illustrated in this diagram. But while when we are moving to 6G, so since it has a native AI network, so it will optimize. So with that, we will be able to achieve the target of 1 picojoule, 1 terabit per joule, or 1 picojoule per bit of energy efficiency. So this is again a challenge, how we are going to achieve it. So the industry and academia support is really required to go ahead and to come out of these challenges. Now, the another challenge is security and privacy in AI-driven landscape. So AI native and highly, since it's an AI native and highly distributed network of 6G, so it creates a complex security landscape. So we must address this security concern, because the novel attacks surfaces like data poisoning and adversarial AI behavior. If anything happens, if the core network got hijacked, so it will really have a severe impact, severe security concerns. So these are the challenges which need to be dealt. So this slide represents the geopolitical landscape and standard dominance. So the race of 6G is a global strategic effort with major initiatives like US has CHIPS Act, Europe has Hexa, whereas India is working on Bharat 6G Alliance. So the whole world is in the race of 6G technology, and the main winner will be one where students and academia industry will come together, and with they will come with a lot of patents, with a lot of research papers, and they will translate this technology into industrial viable solutions. So uh, now I'm moving to toward the conclusion. So this diagram clearly depicts what actually is 2030 mandate of 6G. So 6G is a fundamental paradigm shift from a reactive data delivery pipe to a proactive cyber physical nervous system. So why I'm calling it a cyber physical nervous system? Because here a lot of things will be cyber driven. A lot of things will be network controlled. So true success depends on overcoming formidable physical, prioritizing radical energy efficiency, and aligning deeply fragmented geopolitical interests to forge a unified global standard. So which is, I believe, the major mandate of this 2030. So, this slide summarizes the vision of 6G as defined by IMT 2030 framework. It emphasizes that 6G is not merely an evolution of 5G, but a paradigm shift towards an intelligent, adaptive, and integrated communication ecosystem. So here the key pillars of 6G are like again illustrated. First is this native intelligence, wherein AI is embedded throughout the network, enabling autonomous operations, self-optimization, predictive maintenance, intelligent resource allocation, and self-healing capability of the network. And then ubiquitous connectivity. So 6G extends connectivity beyond terrestrial network by integrating non-terrestrial networks, including satellite, that is LEO constellation mainly, high altitude platform solutions, and UAVs, ensuring seamless global coverage. And the last is environmental perception, that is ISAC. The through integrated sensing and communication, 6G networks can simultaneously communicate and sense their surrounding. So that is really unique and enables applications such as autonomous vehicles, smart cities, industrial automation, and digital twins. So by 2030, 6G aims to transform communication network from passive data transport system into a proactive cyber physical intelligent platform that can communicate, that can sense, that can learn, and even can make autonomous decisions in real time. So this is what it has, and the major challenges which are in the achieving the 6G vision are like efficient utilization of sub terahertz and terahertz spectrum, development of energy efficient and sustainable network, scalable AI native network architecture, robust cybersecurity, privacy, and trustworthiness, and affordable deployment through technologies like Open RAN, cloud native networks, reconfigurable intelligent surface antennas, which I have talked, and the global standardization and interoperability. So, I believe the major takeaway from the whole this slide is that 6G represents a fundamental transformation of wireless communication, and it combines AI native intelligence, ubiquitous connectivity through terrestrial non-terrestrial network, and integrated sensing application to create a connected, intelligent, secure, resilient, and sustainable digital ecosystem. So that will support future applications. So this is what all I have. So Sham, ma'am, do I have 1 to 2 more minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
So you
So,
can continue.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what all I have with me. But I just want to share few of my memories, because right now I am with my faculties who made me to be here and to deliver this session. So what I am because of my institution JSS. And I remember when I graduated from this college, so there was no UPI, there was no chat GPT, when there was no talking about Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, even there was no AI at all. But today, India is known for digital India. India is known for UPI. India is known for affordable data, space missions, even the fastest 5G rollout, and many more things. So now I believe India has another opportunity, not merely to use 6G as a technology, not merely to consume the technology, but to build it. So how how to build it? So I believe our students like who are sitting with me and who are the part of this seminar, like they will definitely come forward and take this lead. And no wonder, perhaps I believe one of you listening today will come out with some good idea, good patent, and make his or her contribution towards the 6G Atmanirbhar Bharat. So last, when I graduated in 2009, I could have predicted, I could haven't predicted this today's world. Like मैंने सोचा भी नहीं था कि कभी AI भी आएगा, कभी एक ऐसी दुनिया होगी कि मोबाइल के बिना जीना असंभव हो. So now, but today we see that AI, UPI, nationwide digital services, etc., all the things are there. So I would recommend, or even I would request to all my dear students, focus more on building strong fundamentals. Always remain curious, keep on questioning so that you keep on learning. Your learning should not stop, and view 6G not merely as a telecom technology, but as a platform for solving real life, real world problems in, let it be in like in your home, it may be in agriculture, healthcare, manufacture, or any sector. So once again, by these words, like once again, I thanks for giving me such an opportunity to reconnect from my institute and relive that era of 2G and 3G, where today's world was not even in my imagination. So thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Ma'am, now it's over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening and thought-provoking address. You explained about Bharat 60 vision statement and the comparison of 5G and 6G. And you have also told us how this 6G will connect to remote areas like Andaman and Nicobar to our mainland. And you told about the 6 pillars of 6G engine and how 6G will run only with the coordinated manner. And also how AI is embedded in each and every segment of this 6G. And you have also tell us about the smart base stations. So thank you, sir, for your thank you for your time, wisdom, and inspiring words. So as a token of our sincere appreciation and gratitude, please accept the certificate of appreciation and momentum.
I just got a call from Anil and
also how
he said that, there is some event which is scheduled in JSS Noida. Actually, I came to know now only. I'm not a technical person. So what has happened is the particular person who's supposed to deliver the program, due to dengue fever, he is admitted in hospital in Ahmedabad. So I just got the information from them. So my request is, can you give us a time on some other date, which I'll coordinate with them and do it, because I just got a call from Anil.
Excuse me. Please mute all the participants are requested to mute themselves.
Actually, I came to know now only. I'm not a technical person. So what has happened is the particular person who's supposed to deliver the program, due to dengue fever, he is admitted in hospital. I will do this, madam. Sorry from our side. I just got the information from them. I'm not able to reach my request is, can you give us a time in some other date, and I'll coordinate.
That is totally fine. It's not an issue. If you are not finding any suitable person, then it's fine, sir.
Some other day, actually, the subject schedule only. I'm not a technical person.
Sorry,
what has happened is the particular person who's
Thank you very much.
fever, he is admitted in Puri from our side. I just got the information from them. Can you give us a time in some other date, and I'll coordinate.
If you are not finding any suitable person, then it's fine, sir.
Some other day,
Just want to check, like all the students are actually any suitable person, then it's like now if you want to deliver 12, then antenna would be fine, but is the
not now. I am going to enable. So I want to deliver the program and arrange the program on some other day. But I want to understand what all the
better a student will answer what they want.
yeah.
हाँ अब नहीं, अब गई है। अच्छा स्क्रीन के साथ चल। So thank you, Mr. Sashi. Thank you
Thanks
very
a lot.
much. It was very nice session. We covered a lot of things which we did not know. Thank you very much. Thank you. And also thank you for accepting our invitation. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks a lot, ma'am.
We now move on to our second technical session of the summit. It is my pleasure to invite Dr. Monica Malik to introduce our distinguished guest speaker for this session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Achal. It's my privilege to introduce our expert today, Mr. Lakshmaya P. So to begin with, it's my privilege to introduce our expert today. Mr. Lakshmaya P. is a scientist E at the Center for Development of Telemeters with over 17 plus years of professional experience in the design,
I'll be contacting you back.
implementation of
So my name is
wireless
Justin, okay? So I'll be
technologies.
writing a mail.
He is currently involved in the design, development, and testing of 5G radio access networks,
Sorry from our side.
integration of 5G RAN,
It should not have happened.
the core network, end-to-end system integration, and field trials. For the career, he has also worked in Lakshmaya P. is a scientist satellite communication technologies for development of Mr. Lakshmaya with over 17 plus years of IoT experience in the design. His research
I'll be contacting you back.
includes the
So my name is
publications of
Justin, okay? So I'll be writing a mail.
IEEE currently involved international development and testing in the domain of wireless communication.
Sorry
He
from
has
our
also been granted one patent
Not a happen.
titled Method of Transporting a Fragmented Ethernet Packet over Radio Network and one copyright for Hub System. We are truly honored to have you with us today, sir. Now, without further ado, I would like to invite sir to kindly deliver
I'll be contacting you back.
include the
So my name is
publications of
Justin, okay? So I'll be writing a
Thanks
mail.
for the nice introduction and thank you, Shaya ma'am, for the opportunity. Am I audible?
also being method of transporting a fragmented Ethernet packet over radio and one copyright for Hub System. We are truly honored to have you with us today. Now, without further ado, I would like
Now, am I audible?
Ma'am, can we YouTube?
Ma'am, my presentation is visible?
yes, sir, it's
Your
visible.
voice is clear.
Sir, it's visible.
So you can do the slide share, please.
Slide share.
Yeah.
Now is it okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Once again, thanks for the opportunity and thanks for the nice introduction. So today I'm going to talk about how we can empower academic institutions for next generation connectivity. No matter how institutes can go from 5G to 6G. Today I'm going to cover this topic. The agenda of the presentation is, I'm going to cover I'll start from the 5G. So what are the 5G use cases and capability that I2 defined, and after that I'll under that what are the spectrum defined for 5G and what are the KPIs. Then I'll touch upon 5G system architecture, little bit about 5G system architecture. What is the system architecture contains? What are the architectures defined for 5G? And then a little bit about RAN architecture and core architecture. And then in between, I'll talk about ORAN architecture also. In between ORAN architecture, what is different? What ORAN is bringing to the 5G technology. Then after that, actually, mainly my focus is to cover the C.5G university solution. Actually, we came up with the C.5G university solution. I'll focus more on that. It is similar to 100 5G labs established by DOT. After that, actually, how C.5G university solution will be useful for 6G technology, 6G research, and how it acts as a baseline for 6G. Then a little bit about framework for IMT 2030 or 6G. Sir, previous session, Sir Pandey sir covered very well all the usage scenarios and capabilities of 5G IMT framework for IMT 2030. So when it comes to 5G use cases and capabilities, see, 5G is defined for offering the faster data rates and low latency and massive connectivity compared to previous generations. The three main 5G scenarios are EMBB, enhanced mobile broadband, and then ultra reliable low latency URLCC, massive machine type communications. So these are the three use cases scenarios. And then when it comes to capabilities, data rate is moved to from previous generation to 20 GB, and then mobility is 500 kilometers per hour, and latency is 1 milliseconds, and connection density is 1 million devices per square kilometer. So these are some of the key capabilities of ITU IMT 2020 requirements. So what is the spectrum defined? These are the spectrum range. There are two frequency ranges defined for 5G. Is FR1, which is covering from 410 to 7.125 gigahertz, and then FR2 is 24.25 to 52.6 gigahertz. And then when it comes to India, India's auction 2 bands in 5G. In 78 band, that is TDD band 3.3 to 3.5 gigahertz and 3.8 gigahertz. Then N28 band also they auctioned. And when it comes to millimeter wave bands in FR2 bands, these are all millimeter wave bands. In N258, they have auctioned 24.25 gigahertz to 27.5 gigahertz. This is a little bit about a spectrum. And KPIs. What are the KPIs compared to previous generations? In 5G, main is data rate as 20 Gbps for downlink and 10 Gbps for uplink. When it comes to LTE, when compared to LTE Advanced and LTE, it's much more higher. And spectral efficiency, 30 Bps bits per second per hertz, and for downlink, and 15 bits per second per hertz for uplink. Then control plane latency, then it's 10 milliseconds defined for 5G. And user plane latency, when it comes to EMBB, there's a 4 milliseconds, and then URLCC, MMTC for 0.5 milliseconds. So reliability means support up to 10 power minus 5 packet error rate within the 1 millisecond. So this is the reliability of the packet dispatch. And then connection density, 1 million devices per square kilometer, and mobility, so 500 kilometers per hour. So these are some of the major KPIs defined for 5G. So when it comes to system architecture, as I mentioned, system in 5G, they have defined two architectures. One is standalone, one is non-standalone. Non-standalone means existing 4G can be used, existing 4G core network, we can connect the G-Node B to give the 5G services to the users. That is a non-standalone network, that is ENDC and E-Node B to NR dual connectivity. Then standalone, when it's pure 5G, that is when is core, when it comes to core is 5G core network, and G-Node B will be connected to 5G core network. So this is the system architectures. G-Node B and E-Node B can be co-located, which will be connected to 4G network. And then when it comes to standalone, G-Node B will be connected to 5G core network. Am I audible?
It is clear. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Slides
Yes.
are also moving.
Okay. So I mean, as I mentioned, there are two deployment options defined in non-standalone architecture, and to give the faster, actually the thought was to give the faster 5G services to the users. They came up with the non-standalone architecture. Initially in India they deployed NSA options only, and then later they moved to standalone architecture. NSA there are options of 3A, 3X. So LTE 4G will be connected to EPC. G-Node B also will be connected to EPC. That bearer, the data will be forwarded via eNode B, whether control plane or user plane data will be comes via eNode B. That is the 3A. When it comes to 3A, G-Node B also will be connected to EPC. That is a 4G core network, and eNode B. Then the data bearer will be split at the EPC only, and then data bearer will be passed through the eNode B as well as the G-Node B. And then when it comes to 3X, 3X in this data and in this NSA deployment, always the signaling flow via eNode B only. Only data will be split across the eNode B and G-Node B. When it's 3X, some of the data will be split across the eNode B and G-Node B, and that data will be connected to G-Node B, and some of the data will come via eNode B. These are some of the these are main options which we consider for NSA deployment in India. When it comes